Hi guys, this is the demo portion for our Animal Rescue and Adoption Agency. As you can see right here, we have 21 total tables, 11 of which are entity types, 3 of which are multi-valued attributes, and 7 are for relationships, all of which have been populated with data, as you can see. Here's a list of all of our views. We have 19 in total, and you will see some of those throughout the demo. For our first example, we're going to try to insert into the fosters table. As you can see, the error was already there, but a foster with an active status cannot foster animals. So the animal we used was this one, and the foster was here. And as we can see, F status is in fact inactive, so they aren't able to participate in the foster's relation. Now, if we use the same animal again and choose a different foster, we can see that this succeeds, and this foster's status is active. Now, if we refresh this is going to go from 3 to 4 because they're fostering another animal. And then we can also refresh the fosters table and see that that relation is now in there. Next, we are going to try to insert into the wellness check table. We get an error. It says veterinarian does not have the specialty required to perform a wellness check for this animal. And if we check, this is the animal. This is one of our views that shows the animal and their type. So this animal is a dog. Another one of our views shows the veterinarian and their specialties. And this veterinarian only specializes in cats, so they are unable to perform a wellness check for the animal. If we keep the same animal and then pick a different vet, we can see that this one succeeded. And if we check it out, animal's still a dog. This veterinarian specializes in dogs, so it succeeds, and we will see that this pops up in the wellness check table. Next, we will attempt to insert into the adopts table. It says animal must have at least one wellness check before adoption. You can see this is the animal, and this is the potential adopter. And this animal had animal ID 1, and you can see there's no record for animal ID 1 under wellness check, so that is why that failed. Now let's try to have the same adopter adopt animal with ID 62, who did have a wellness check. This one succeeds, and we can verify by checking in the adopts table, and we can see that it is there. The last test cases we will perform have to do with the surgery table, so we will try to insert into surgery. We get an error. It says animal must have at least one wellness check before surgery. We can see that this animal is animal ID 1. Here's the veterinarian. Animal ID 1 has not had a wellness check, which is why this fails. Now let's try with the same veterinarian, but animal with animal ID 4, who has had a wellness check. This one also gives us an error. Veterinarian does not have the specialty required to perform a surgery for this animal. Here's the animal. Here's the veterinarian, and here's another view that shows the veterinarian and their certifications. And as we can see, they only have Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, which is why this fails. Let's try one final time. Same animal, different vet. This one succeeds, and we can see that this vet is a board-certified veterinary surgeon, which allows them to perform surgeries on animals. And a final check. It did work. It is in the surgery table, and that's all for our demo. Thank you.